You are watching KAVU 25 News Now weekends at 5:30.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Amaya Norman. Former President Joe Biden has been diagnosed with prostate cancer, according to a statement from his personnel office on Sunday. President Biden was evaluated last week after experiencing increased urinary symptoms, which led to the discovery of a prostate nodule. On Friday, the 82-year-old former president was diagnosed with prostate cancer that has spread to his bones. The statement noted that while this is a more aggressive form of the disease, the cancer appears to be hormone sensitive, making it more manageable with appropriate treatment. Biden and his family are currently reviewing treatment options with his doctors. According to the American Cancer Society, about 1 in 8 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer in their lifetime. It is the most common cancer in men, second only to skin cancer. 2 young children and a 2-year-old and a 6-year-old were seriously injured today after being hit by a vehicle while being walked home in a shopping basket along East Bowling Highway. Both were airlifted to Memorial Hospital in Houston for specialized care. The driver stayed at the scene and he's been identified. Police are still investigating, gathering evidence, and speaking with witnesses. Our thoughts are with the children and their families. This story is ongoing. Nearby agencies making a major bust involving the cartels in Wharton County. 25 News Now reporter Trenton Whiting joined us now to share more details about the operation. Trenton.
Yes, Amaya, DEA agents from Texas and Louisiana combined with the Wharton Police Department and the Kerr Sheriff's Office to confiscate thousands of dollars during a traffic stop yesterday. The operation resulted in police taking around $700,000 of what authorities are calling drug cartel cash. Wharton police said in a social media post they believed the money was on the way to cartel members before authorities intercepted it. We've reached out to the Wharton Police Department to determine if there have been any arrests made and if there's an ongoing investigation after the bust. Amaya, back to you.
Thank you, Trenton. Now let's go to Trey Mining with the first look at our forecast. Trey, how would our weather be looking this week?
Again, feeling quite hot coming up for our region here. Pretty quiet on the outside currently around the Crossroads area. Look to the north, we have a tornado watch in effect to west of Dallas-Fort Worth area. Near Abilene, Wichita Falls area, there's some thunderstorm warnings there, tornado watch here. But this is staying away from us, but the heat definitely going to be in our forecast area here. Look at the high temperatures over the week. High temperatures well into the 90s, even mid to upper 90s by the middle part of the week. Average high temperature on the states is 85, 86 degrees. We'll be well above that each and every day. Try your best to stay cool. Trying to find some rain in that forecast somewhere. We'll see what we can find out later on in the full forecast. Amaya?
Thank you, Trey. Now to the blast outside of California fertility clinic. At least one person killed and a local authority saying it appears to be an intentional act of terrorism. ABC's Jacqueline Lee is there in Palm Springs.
A Palm Springs fertility clinic in what officials are calling an act of terrorism.
Terrorism came knocking on the door of Palm Springs. We survived.
The blast so powerful, it injured at least 4 people, killed 1, and severely damaged buildings spanning multiple blocks Saturday.
We have a black cloud of smoke coming up.
This was probably one of the largest bombing investigations that we've had in Southern California.
Officials have a person of interest, but said they are not actively searching for a suspect. The person killed was found near the charred car on scene, but officials would not share if that person was a victim or suspect.
We heard this loud noise. We actually thought something had hit our building.
The car explosion originated in the parking lot of the American Reproductive Center, which describes itself as Coachella Valley's first and only full-service fertility center and IVF lab. The center writing in a statement, "We are immensely grateful to share that no members of the ARC team were harmed and our lab, including all eggs, embryos, and reproductive materials, remains fully secure and undamaged." Authorities raided a property in 29 Palms believed to be related to the suspect, not providing more details, but clarifying they believe the explosion was an isolated incident.
A former sheriff deputy in Texas bonded out of jail Saturday. 30-year-old George Alejandro Rocha is accused of letting inmates into other inmates' jail cells to assault them. Rocha is charged with interference with public duties and official oppressions. Texas law enforcement says he resigned his position as a deputy before he was served with termination papers. Investigators say the assault victims have recovered from their injuries. Now investigators in New York are piecing together what caused a Mexican Navy ship to crash into the Brooklyn Bridge. 2 people died. ABC's Allison Cossack has the story.
Overnight, shock and horror after a Mexican Navy ship carrying hundreds crashed into the Brooklyn Bridge, killing 2 and injuring several on board. Dramatic videos capturing the moment it happened around 8:30 p.m. Saturday. The boat approaching the bridge, slowly making its way under. Then you can see that tall mast slam into the bridge, crumbling.
The ship is a goodwill vessel that has been on the waters for more than 20 years, sharing Mexican culture. Its name is Cuauhtémoc.
Onlookers filming from the nearby pier, some running as the ship looms closer and closer. People on board seen hanging off those broken masts. First responders rushing to the scene. Of the 277 on board, at least 2 killed, according to officials. 17 others injured, 2 still in critical condition. The training ship had been docked at a nearby pier and had just departed for its journey to Iceland.
The captain that was maneuvering the ship lost power of the ship and the current. Mechanical function caused the ship to go right into the pillar of the bridge, hitting the mast of the ship where there was a couple of sailors on top.
It looks very surreal.
Flavio Moreira was sightseeing with his family for his graduation weekend when he saw it all happen, taking this video and speaking to us shortly after from nearby.
It kept coming and coming and coming. And I just remember thinking, wow, this is so odd. It's getting too close. And then it crashed. It crashed under the bridge.
The Commissioner's Court will hold its regular meeting tomorrow at 10 a.m. at 115 North Bridge Street, room 241. On the agenda, they will be discussing the approval of Disaster Recovery Service Agreement, the hiring of regular part-time custodians at the Victoria County Regional Juvenile Justice Center, road donations, and more. And the City of Victoria will hold its council meeting Tuesday at 5 p.m. at 107 West Wayne Lynn Street in the council chamber. On the agenda are several key items, including approval of the purchase of 9 Ford Explorer police utility vehicles, approval of the purchase of 4 Braun Ford ambulances, and then a consideration of an economic development program under Chapter 380 of the Texas Local Government Code, and more. Now, graduation season is here, and we are continuing to congratulate the class of 2025 as they prepare for their big moment. Today, we congratulate Jalicia Sadana from Victoria West High School. The message says, congratulations to our senior Jalicia. We're beyond proud of you. Thank you for being such an amazing daughter from all of your family. And congratulations to Kaylee Harris from Goliad High School. The message says, congratulations, we are so very proud of you. Love you from Nana and Pawpaw. And congratulations to Nathan Brandon from Victoria West High School. His message says, congratulations to our grandson Nathan Brandon on his high school graduation from Victoria West. Dee Dee and Grandpa love you very much. Texas lawmakers are pushing to impose steep penalties on local government that don't post campaign finance reports online. To read this full Texas Tribune article, visit our website at crossroadstoday.com. And for more on today's news story, come to crossroadstoday.com. Don't forget to submit your birthday wishes. Carolyn and Estrain and Parker Cox will read them live on 25 News Now Sunrise. You can also submit a local military hero so we can recognize them. Israel ramps up a deadly new offensive in Gaza, aiming to pressure Hamas as a death toll climbs. Coming up.
Take a review of the day here weather-wise for Victoria. 89 degrees was the official high so far. Low, not low at all, 78 degrees and way above normal. And we're under normal for the rainfall for the year and the month. Trying to get some rain around here. We'll see what we can do coming up in our forecast.
Overnight, Russia launched one of its largest drone attacks on Ukraine since the war began, firing more than 270 exploding drones. The assault targeted Kiev, Dnipropetrovsk, and Donetsk. Ukraine's Air Force says 88 drones were shot down and 128 were likely jammed electronically. A 28-year-old woman was killed and 3 others, including a 4-year-old child, were injured. The attack exceeds Russia's previous record's drone strike. Meanwhile, President Trump says he plans to speak with Putin, Zelensky, and NATO leaders on Monday about ending the war. Overseas now to Israel launching a deadly new offense in Gaza. Israeli officials says they were pressuring Hamas to release the remaining hostages, and it follows days of deadly strikes across the region, killing hundreds of people. And we want to warn you, these images are disturbing. ABC's Lamar Hazan has it.
The first images of Israel's major new offensive called Operation Gideon's Chariot. Israel unleashing its deadliest strikes on Gaza, killing at least 300 Palestinians since Thursday. Pounding areas across the entire strip, civilians bearing the brunt of the bombings. Many of the injured quickly rush to the hospital any way they can. This boy brought in on the back of a flatbed truck. A young girl lying on a stretcher, an IV in her arm. This woman crying over a body. For those in Gaza, the renewed attacks come after 10 weeks of no food and crucial aid. Aid organizations sounding the alarm about an imminent famine. ABC's Dia Ostaz reporting from inside Gaza.
Hour by hour, it's getting worse. The people are being killed and the homes are being bombed, and literally there is no safe place.
With more reinforcements on the way, the IDF says it's designed to seize strategic areas of Gaza, attack Hamas and force them to release the remaining 57 Israeli hostages.
Israel and Hamas are now holding a new round of talks in Qatar to try to end the fighting. All the while, this punishing siege on Gaza continues. No food, no water, no humanitarian aid is entering the strip. Lama Hassan, ABC News, London.
House Republicans plan a key vote Sunday night on President Trump's tax and spending cut bill. Negotiation continues as Speaker Mike Johnson signals a possible compromise to win over a GOP holdout after they blocked the bill on Friday. The legislation includes trillions in tax cuts, military and national security boost, and changes to Medicaid work requirements. It will be funded by cuts to energy, health, and nutrition programs. GOP leaders aim to pass the bill in the narrowly divided House later this week. And that leads us to your viewer poll this afternoon. Do you support the GOP's tax and spending cuts plan? Yes, I support the bill. No, I oppose the bill. And at 54% that's in the lead is no, I oppose the bill, with yes, I support the bill at 46%. Well, you still have time to participate in our viewer poll. Just come to our website at crossroadstoday.com/vote, and we will have the latest here at 10. Falling gas prices may be coming to an end just ahead of the busy Memorial Day weekend. Over the past 3 weeks, prices dipped just 2.1 cents, bringing the national average to a $3.21 a gallon. That's a 12.3 cent drop over 5 weeks. According to the Lunge Bridge report, analysts credit lower oil prices, but rising demands, refinery issues, and possible wholesales in crude prices increases could soon push prices back up. Experience our digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. Stream our daily newscasts and much more using your connected TV. Just download Crossroads Today Plus on your Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, or Android TV. Search Crossroads Today Plus.
Well, there is active weather around the state of Texas, just not in our neck of the woods here. It's well to the north. Tornado watch from about Coleman area you see right there to Wichita Falls and into Oklahoma. Severe thunderstorms there to the west of Dallas-Fort Worth. Around here, a few clouds, otherwise keeping it very hot. What about the rest of the week? Find out next in my forecast. Good Sunday evening, everyone. Trey Mining here. And there is rain in Texas, just not around here. Out of well north of I-10, near Waco area, in eastern parts of the state. Severe weather breaking out there near Wichita Falls, Abilene area. Tornado watch in this part of the country into Oklahoma. But not any of that headed our way. A few clouds moving in the westerly flow off of the continent here. But no rain clouds for our forecast area, unfortunately, for the time being. Severe weather threat remains well to the north. See right here, especially from about Dallas area, Wichita Falls to near Del Rio. This is for today, but notice around here, nothing of the sort, keeping it on the quiet side. So weather threat tomorrow moves a little bit further to the east, but still north of our area here, from about northern parts of Austin area, Round Rock toward Dallas and Oklahoma, and now into Arkansas. This is moving to the east, while we have dry air for our region here, keeping this away from us, and keeping the heat on for our area for the, well, pretty much the foreseeable future. Temperatures starting off about 89 degrees currently in the region here, and we'll have overnight lows in the 70s, not feeling too low at all. Very humid conditions, very warm, and kind of oppressive feel in the morning time. And then we'll have highs in the 90s again, maybe getting closer to mid to upper 90s in our western counties, Karnes City, Beeville area toward Nixon, and points to the west from there. So no matter where you're on the crossroads, you can't escape the heat. And then we'll repeat the same process, lows in the 70s, coming up for your Tuesday morning, highs in the 90s, again for your day on Tuesday. We'll feel like temperature, so the wind, keeping that moisture flow in, and we'll keep the temperatures, feel like temperatures in the 70s overnight tonight, and then we're rocketing up well into the triple digits, feel like temperatures by the time we get to 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Be careful if you have to do any outdoor activities, drink plenty of water, find some shade, and take frequent breaks. 102 to 103, coming up by 1 o'clock or so. And that'll be the case running through about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, about 5 o'clock. Sun comes down, starts to go down toward the 5, 6, 7 p.m. hour, and we begin to reduce those numbers a little bit. Still very hot overall, even in the overnight hours with the humidity in place. Some high clouds from time to time, and a little bit of haze out there as well. No rain clouds to be had coming up for our region here. So keeping a little bit of cloud activity in our region with some areas of sun peeking through the cloud cover, especially in the morning time, through the afternoon time. The best chance to see the sun will be in the afternoon when the clouds will be a little bit more widespread. Point Lavaca, cloudy skies to start off with for your day tomorrow. High temperatures in the 80s to near 90 with gusty winds off the bay, and they're 20 miles per hour. And Quail, no rain is there as well, with cloudy skies to start, partly cloudy skies. Highs near the 90-degree mark. And same for Victoria, gusty winds by the afternoon. Highs in the upper 80s near 90 degrees. And will be that case going to be for us around here. Weak front tries to move through by about Thursday or so, maybe a passing shower with that, causing our temperatures to lower a little bit, just a tiny bit, lower 90s as opposed to upper 90s. Another rain chance coming up by Sunday. We'll take that with highs in the 90s. Stay cool. For the rest of the week, it's going to be a hot one. Okay, let's take a look at this right here. This is the QR code on your screen. Scan that code to put our app on your phone. Be connected with us. News, weather, and sports at your fingertips. Free of charge. Have it on your phone as well to be connected with us. And I got the guy that knows about sports around here. That is Mr. Ray Robinson.
Thank you, Trey. Tennis season is wrapping up here in the Crossroads season, and we're talking about Goliad High School. See how they did and more coming up in sports. As we wrap up baseball here in the Crossroads, let's also shine a light and talk some local tennis. Goliad High School has been making headlines when discussing tennis. This weekend, they sent several athletes to the UIL state tournament. These three athletes from Goliad were Carolyn Youngblood and Colin Fisher, who competed in the mixed doubles competition. They fell to the team of Keegan Johnson and Thania Gutierrez from Ingram Moore in the first round. Madison Williams advanced to state tournament in the girls singles. She lost to eventual state champion Amelia Taylor from Wald High School. And the Coastal Bend Coach Association had their All-Star games this weekend. Up first, here's their All-Star volleyball game. The game was a East versus West format, to which West won. We had two Crossroad teams compete for the West team. Cuero's own Arissa Carbonera and Calhoun's Kendall Vargas were competing on the winning team. This same association had their All-Star football game. This game featured an East versus West format as well. The East team won in a comeback victory, final score 28-21. The East had three players from Calhoun and Refugio from the likes of Jordan King and Keelan Brown from Refugio, and Calhoun had Fisher Frank, Derek Salinas, and many more schools from the Crossroads were deep in this game too. Cuero schools from Victoria East and West. St. Joseph also had a player participate in Goliad. The time and location have officially been announced for Ganado Maiden State semifinal against Corrigan Camden. Game 1 will be on Tuesday at Navosta High School at 7 p.m. and Game 2 will be on Thursday at Waller High School at 7 p.m. Game 3, if necessary, will be back at Navosta High School on Saturday. So today's sports viewer poll question will be, will you be traveling to Navosta High School for the Ganado Maiden State semifinal matchup? This is a 2.5-hour drive beginning on Tuesday, and it's important to note that this is another opportunity to continue to see some cool history. Ganado has their most wins in a softball season, and they look to bring home another state champion. So are you for the ride? Let us know before the 10 p.m. newscast. And the Texas showdown between the Rangers and the Astros continued today. Astros looking to bounce back from yesterday's game, and it was hard to do so as Josh Jung delivers an RBI. The Rangers began this game looking good, having 3 of their runs in the bottom of the 4th. The Astros had a great 8th inning, erupting for 3 runs and making their first run in the 7th. Framber Valdez had 8 strikeouts, and Isaac Padres had a home run to help the Astros to victory. Final score, 4-3. And the conference final matchup has now been set, and it will feature just up the street from us in the Oklahoma City Thunder. They take Game 7 against the Denver Nuggets. I'm sure you guys probably saw that on KAVU. Final score, 125-93. The potential MVP candidate, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, led the game in scoring with 35 points. The Thunder will now face the Minnesota Timberwolves on Tuesday. But that does it for your sports. Amaya?
Thank you, Ray, for that sports knowledge. Now, babies are born at the hospital every day, but not usually with antlers. A moose makes a special delivery right outside an Alaska hospital. Coming up. Grab your cell phones and scan this QR code. This is a quick response code to download the Crossroads Today app. You can watch us anytime, anywhere, get breaking news alerts, and vote in our viewer polls. Submit news tips and photos, and you will know all about our ongoing contests. Babies are born at the hospital every day, but this was truly a special delivery. A moose gave birth to a calf Thursday morning on a patch of grass right outside a hospital in Alaska. Dozens of people watched it all happen from a safe distance inside the hospital. Patients and staff not only saw the birth, but also witnessed the calf nursing and taking some of its first steps. Aw. One onlooker described it as once-in-a-lifetime Alaskan experience. Oh, that's so adorable.
So baby mooses are called calves.
Yeah.
Wow, I did not know that.
Well, you just learned something today.
Yes, I did.
They are called calves. I think that's adorable. The moose really went to a hospital where babies will give birth to have
exactly.
her baby.
It's only right.
It's only right. How is that weather going to be looking, Trey?
Ooh, I tell you what, no moose around here. It's way too hot. Keep them up in Alaska with high temperatures in the 90s coming up for the rest of the week. Lows in the 70s coming up as well. Trying to find some rain chances, a very small one, but we'll take it on Thursday, 20%, and again on Sunday. So trying to get a little rain in here, otherwise heat's going to be the main issue. Triple-digit heat index value each afternoon, so drink plenty of water, find some shade. Be careful out there.
Or go to the pool.
Go to the pool, stay inside, air conditioning. Swimming's good as well.
Yeah, Memorial Day is this weekend, so if you guys going to be out there grilling, make sure you stay cool or get wet to stay cool. But thank you for joining us. We hope you'll be with us for tonight for 25 News Now, weekends at 10. See you.